Oh, Breaker19, Breaker19, this here's the Gear Jamming Deer. Whitetail has got your front door, come on. I'm back here in GTA 5 showing off another mod that I made myself. Hopefully slightly less shoddy than the last couple I made. I'm still not very good at modding, but I like having the stuff that I want to have in the game, so I'm not going to stop modding anytime soon. So I'm here today with a small edit for the Benson. As you can see, I'm sitting in one. And it might not be immediately obvious what the edit is. Looking around this, you may notice that the textures on the side are a little bit lower quality because I'm lazy. You might notice that the taillights are in the wrong spot. None of those are the actual edit. Those are just consequences of the edit, so to speak. So to start, I want to explain why I wanted to make the edit that I've made. And it basically all comes down to me noticing the severe lack of variation in box trucks in this game. Specifically, usable box trucks. Usable as, like, normal standard box trucks, the sort of thing you'd use box trucks for. And I guess, very specifically, sort of what you could call highway box trucks. You know, box trucks are used slightly differently nowadays than they were even 5 years ago. You see a lot more box trucks running, like OTR, for example. But, you know, basically, I've been doing a lot of playing around with the forklift and different, you know, there are certain pallets you can spawn that actually won't all break up and you can actually move them around with the forklift and load them into trucks and everything. And it's like, basically, the only options I had, well, without any mods, the only option I had was the mule. And the mule isn't very good because it's not tall enough for the forklift to drive into. And it has fender wells inside the box for no reason. Because the box doesn't need fender wells. The wheels don't collide with the box in any way, but for some reason there are fender wells inside the box, which get in the way of the pallets. So I was like, well, I want to do something about this. So the first thing I did was with my trailer edit, which if you go back in the video, you'll be able to, or go back in my channel feed, you'll be able to find a video about my trailer edit somewhere. But if you're watching this on 5 mods, it'll be on the left there. There will be a list of other mods by me. You can't really use the trailers normally because, 1, I think the forklift doesn't fit in them either. And 2, as soon as you start driving away, when the pallets hit the doors fall off. So, one thing I'm including in my trailer edit is I'm putting a driver's seat in all the trailers so that you can make them indestructible. So that sort of combats that. But then also, I wanted to make some box trucks that the forklift can actually drive into and don't have stupid fender wells for no reason. So I got a few different trucks I'm planning on making box truck variants of. But first, I wanted to do this with the Benson. As you can see, this isn't a box truck variant. It's still a drinks truck. And that's because instead of making a different variant like what you would usually do for this sort of mod, I decided to do something a little bit more interesting and less common. And I turned the box into an extra. And you will notice that there's no texture on the back of the taillights. But you can't really see that when it has a body on it, so I didn't figure it really mattered. Let me also disable these real quick. I'll explain why in a minute. So if we go to Extra 2, boom, regular box. I love the way this truck looks with the regular box, by the way. I think it looks really good. And obviously the taillights are a little bit wonky. Taillights work weird with extras, so I needed somewhere I could put the taillights where they would sort of make sense for all of the extras, so that I didn't have to have taillights on extras, because putting taillights on extras just does not work properly. So, I made my box, and I made sure all the collisions were good and everything, and I'll show that off in a little bit. But, while I was at it, I decided, you know what the heck, it's not that much extra work. Roll back. Taken off of the flatbed. I never really liked the flatbed, and I'm going to replace it with something else at some point, and in the video that I show that off, I'll probably explain in more detail why I don't like the flatbed, but just know that I never liked the flatbed in this game. I don't like that it's called a flatbed, and generally in GTA Online it's used as a flatbed, And all of this is wrong because it's not a freaking flatbed, it's a rollback. They're different. And it's not even a rollbed flatbed, it's a rollback wrecker. Very obviously. So anyway, not getting into the gripes with that. So, not to do the same thing here with this truck, I also made a regular flatbed body that's literally just the box body, but without a box. With it, you know, without walls. Which, once again, I think looks pretty cool. As for these, you'll notice every time I spawn one of these, it spawns the other and puts the box back on. So, for some reason, the coding on the Benson is a bit odd. I think it has to do with the jewel storage heist, because there's a special variant of the Benson that spawns in that mission. And I think that the coding for that mission means that I can't change the coding of the truck so much. Because whenever I tried to make it so that these mirrors and bull bar would spawn naturally, it just caused the game to crash. I don't know why. So as a sort of workaround, I instead made it so that whenever the truck spawns with the drinks box, it also spawns with the bull bar and mirrors. But this also means that it will not spawn naturally with bull bars and mirrors with any of the other add-ons. So if you want one of these other add-ons with bull bars and mirrors, all you have to do is select the one you want and then remove the box. So it's a little bit annoying, but I couldn't find another way around it. It's possible there's something I don't know about, but to my knowledge level, I couldn't. Because, like I said, there's some other weird thing with the mod, or with the way this truck is coded, that causes it to crash if I did it the way I thought it was supposed to be done. That being said, there is also an add-on version of this, which I can show you right now. So this will also be in the install file. And this one does not have the drink box, because obviously if you're installing it as an add-on, you'll still have the original Benson that has the drinks box. And as you see, this one, it does spawn properly. Let's see if I can get one to spawn with the bull bar. Apparently it doesn't not want to spawn with the bull bar today. If I spawn another one there, it's going to go in the water. It does occasionally spawn with the bull bar, but apparently it doesn't want to right now.
Whoa! This ain't...
It never spawns with both the mirrors and the bull bar, and I think that's just... Oh, there you go. Sure, the one that spawns in all the stuff is the one that spawns with the bull bar. That's a pain in the butt. I'm also noticing for the first time that it doesn't have any engine noise. I'm gonna have to... That'll be fixed in the full version. I haven't actually released this on 5mods yet, as of making this video, so that will be fixed. Anyway. So yeah, you can get it as a replace or an add-on. And the add-on one, the hood extras work properly. I guess I could, if I wanted to, technically make a separate extra for that truck. That's the hood and bull bars together, so that it will sometimes spawn naturally with all three. But then it'll sometimes, then it would spawn with them inside each other sometimes, I think, maybe. That maybe wouldn't be the greatest idea. I don't know. Anyway, I want to show off real quick the collisions in the box. And then that'll pretty much wrap up this video. So let me go back to the box. Oh, and it spawned the other box because I have mirrors on it. So if we go over here, I happen to know that this is almost the perfect height. This dock is a little bit too high, but I believe if the truck's suspension didn't compress, the forklift will be able to drive in and out of it here. But, and I mean, I guess we could test that real quick. So basically what I do, there might be another way to do this in menu, but I don't know because I always just use spooner mode. I just hit that. So now the suspension can't compress. And then, oh, I need to remove the doors. So you can open the doors, obviously, but
Hey, what's
they
happening?
don't open
Man,
all the
I
way.
hate
They,
people
like,
who
stick
can't
out,
go anywhere 142B.
and it makes it harder to
142A,
maneuver
you
the
know what I mean?
forklift.
I mean, you're
I don't... Michael. Need a forklift. If I was smart, I would have spawned a forklift over here before I started recording, but I didn't think about it. There we go. Yeah, great driving, Don. So as you'll see, the forklift can drive into the truck, which is not common in this game. And it can even drive back out of the truck, as I said. Now, all loading docks in this game are not the same height. So there are certain loading docks that the forklift just won't be able to get back out of the truck at, because the dock will be too tall. Some of my other box trucks that I'll be making in the future will be able to use those docks, because they'll be an appropriate height. The Benson has a really low frame because of the sort of truck it's made to be. And, like, I already had to raise it a significant amount just to be able to get this box to work, and you see it's still really low.
the left pedal's the brake.
Yeah, so you can put the pallet in. It can fit 4 pallets.
I'm gonna beat your ass.
Crap.
Cock that.
Unthinking thing.
Actually, I'll put the actual forklift in the truck and leave it there. That way you can see how it compresses the suspension normally.
Fucker!
Oh, shit. Sorry.
What the fucking hell?
I normally control my temper better than this.
Son of a bitch.
Cocksucker!
By the way, I know there is a button to go straight into spooner mode. I never use it because the button combination on the controller includes pressing the button that duplicates things. And if you go into spooner in a truck, there's always the occasional chance that it will duplicate the truck that you're in when it goes into spooner. So I just got in the habit of never using that button combination.
You're confused!
And you will see the camera gets a little wonky when there's something right against the front wall. That happens in all box trucks in this game. It's just something with the way the camera works.
I'm sorry about that.
Anyway, so there you go. Now you can drive around. And I did not put the doors on the back, obviously. The only reason it's staying in so well is because of the forklift. If I had just the pallet in there, the pallet would have slid right out. But when the doors are on, it won't. And you can see there how badly the forklift is... Yeah, there you go. Oh, there's a little lip at the back. I didn't do that intentionally, but that'll help keep pallets in.
Fucking cocksucker.
But obviously, if I put the doors back on it... Now the pallet can't go anywhere, but you also can't see it moving around because the doors are there. But if I get the camera in the right spot, you can see that it's still in there. But yeah, so that's about it. Like I said, just a nice simple little edit. I just wanted to have a proper box truck, and now I do, when that's full size and not mule size. Like I said, stay tuned. I don't know how quickly I'm going to get them out. Right now I'm super motivated to work on these, but once that motivation dies, it might be months before I decide I want to work on it again. So, not promising that another one will be out anytime soon, but I will be putting out more truck edits, and I got a couple other original trucks that I'm going to be making for this game. Lots of plans for GTA 5 mods. I'm hoping to get most of them done before GTA 6 comes out, but who knows if that'll happen either. Once again, motivation is fickle. But for now, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you enjoy my my Benson edit. And until next time, keep the hammer down, drivers.